U.S. tourism sector is facing a sharp downturn in 2025 because global travel warnings, steep international visitors declines, and escalating domestic protests have converged to trigger a projected loss of over 12 billion in foreign tourism revenue. Countries like Canada, UK, China, and Japan have issued formal safety advisories due to unrest in major US cities, while key markets including Germany, France, and Mexico are showing significant pullbacks in bookings and arrivals. What's unfolding now is a full scale retreat by international travelers who once viewed the United States as a safe, exciting, and aspirational destination. Today, the perception is quickly shifting. Canada, the United Kingdom, China, and Japan have all issued official travel warnings to their citizens, urging them to avoid certain US cities or stay away from crowds due to safety concerns tied to mass protests and civil unrest. At the same time, countries like Germany, France, and Mexico are registering sharp year over year declines in visitors headed for US shows, not because of spontaneous fear, but because of a steady erosion in trust, comfort, and confidence. The United States is on the brink of a staggering loss in travel related exports, with projections estimating a potential decline for more than $21 billion by the end of 2025. This forecast follows a significant and consistent drop in international tourist arrivals, as detailed in the latest data from the U.S. Travel Association, compiled using sources such as the Department of Commerce and U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Analysts and tourism industry experts have pointed to several root causes behind the growing disinterest in visiting the United States. Prominent among them are diplomatic tensions, immigration restrictions, and trade disputes that have emerged over the past several years. The perceived unwelcoming stance toward foreigners, fostered in part by immigration policies and rhetoric during the Trump administration, has played a critical role. Combined with issues like visa delays, enhanced entry scrutiny, and rising geopolitical hostility, the overall message received by many international travelers is that the US may no longer be a hospitable or convenient destination. Such perceptions, while difficult to quantify, have real economic consequences. They are influencing individual travel decisions and prompting mass cancellations and changes in long-term travel behavior. According to the US Department of Commerce, new international arrivals data for March 2025 revealed a sharp and widespread drop in inbound travel from many of the country's key source markets. UK arrivals, one of the US's most important source markets, down nearly 15% year over year. Germany, another significant source market, plunged more than 28%. South Korea, down almost 15%. Key markets such as Spain, Colombia, Ireland, Ecuador, and the Dominican Republic saw double-digit drops between 24% and 33%. There are other countries that issue travel warnings like France, Canada, Denmark, Finland, Netherlands, Belgium, and Portugal. The World Travel and Tourism Council projects a 12.5 billion drop in international traveler spending in the US this year. The challenges aren't limited to international visitors. Americans themselves, rattled by economic uncertainty and concerns about potential tariffs, are pulling back on travel spending. This domestic retreat is hitting major travel companies hard, with the possibility of losing over $21 billion in 2025. Reversing the tourism decline must become a national priority. While economic recovery post-pandemic was expected to revitalize the industry, the persisting decline suggests that structural and perception-based issues are overpowering traditional recovery patterns. The dramatic decline in international visits to the United States in early 2025 signals more than just a temporary trend. It reflects deep-seated concerns about US policies, global perceptions, and the nation's place in the world tourism hierarchy. With a potential $21 billion hit to export revenue on the line, this is a crisis that calls for immediate, thoughtful, and comprehensive action. By realigning its tourism strategy and addressing geopolitical concerns, the United States can work to reclaim its status as a premier travel destination, welcoming, safe, and inspiring to the world.